Too cute. Turned out really, really great. So happy with it. If this is your first time here, I would love for you to subscribe because this channel is all about creativity and inspiration. I hope you feel inspired to create something amazing. Feel free to share the inspiration because life is a journey we make together. And now I will show you how this adorable quilt was made. I love making baby blankets and I love the color pink. So this is going to be so fun. I'm going to put this on the back. So soft. And I love the chenille. It is so fun to work with. You can just outline the flowers if you want. The clouds I'm going to do in white. I'm going to put pink all the way around. Loved the double cotton gauze ruffle. Can't wait. So let's get started. I have a little helper today. Well, I gotta say, it's just turned out so cute, and I haven't washed it yet. And that's when the magic really happens. But look at that. Oh my gosh. So this is without it being washed. So I put the pink all the way around it. Can't wait to see that. I think I'm gonna do some flowers by hand and then put them on the machine. And what I also might do is wash this panel before I put the back on. So if I need to do any more, like add another top of the pink, I still can do that. So I'm gonna wash it right now. Gotta say, it is so cute. Look at that, look at the clouds. Oh my gosh. The sheep, fuzzy, fuzzy, fuzzy. So I'm super happy that I washed it first because there's a couple areas that I do want to address. There's a seam that I need to fix, but so happy to fix it now, right? So, before I put it together. And I'm waiting for the white gauze fabric so that I can put a ruffle on the edge. So cute. My crazy dog. You're a crazy dog. Just finishing up. So I've squared up the top and I've made my rounded corners. And now I've just placed it on my backing, pinned it so I can cut it out the exact size before I put the white double gauze ruffle on it. So that way I can sew the gauze to the top and then put the back on. So I bought my double cotton gauze from a store on Etsy. I only bought a half yard and it was a very generous half yard. So thank you very much, and I will list the Etsy shop in the description below. And since I do have a little extra of the cotton gauze, what I've decided to do is 6-inch strips. So this way that I can have, fold it in half. So that's 3 inches, a 1/2 inch seam allowance. And this has not been washed. So it will crinkle and shrink a little bit, but I think that would be a nice ruffle. Now they say don't wash your gauze when you get it, wash it later. So, and then it kind of lines come out, and it kind of puckers. I sewed it end to end. I didn't do a diagonal seam because I wanted as much of the fabric as I could get. And I just did a little running stitch with some pearl cotton to kind of make my ruffle. And then I could kind of pin it where I wanted it. And I think this is going to work great. So it did take me a couple of tries to get the ruffle exactly how I wanted it. And evenly distributed on the panel. And my only tip would be that work in sections. So when you put the running stitch in, do it in 4 different sections and make sure that you have like 6 to 8 inches of free whatever you're using. I used pearl cotton, and this was a string that I had just to demonstrate that, so you could see it a little better, that I had to put in another section. So I put in 3, I definitely put in 4 work in quarters, and then you can kind of pull it as you need it, and that'll work great. So this was 6-inch strips of the double cotton, so 24 inches, and for this one panel, let's measure. So roughly 34 inches wide, 41 inches in length, and I like that ruffle. That's just distributed nicely. So now I'm going to put it onto the front with a 1/4 inch seam. So I've sewed the ruffle in, got my backing on, right sides together. I'm going to pin this all the way around. Leave yourself an opening because you're going to have to turn it inside out. So I've marked it by 2 pins where I want to stop sewing. Probably 12 inches, 14 inches opening. Let's see what it looks like. So I'm going to move my needle over to like a 1/2 inch, and that way I can run another seam all the way around and make sure that that gauze is secure. So I love the big reveal. I flipped it inside out and it's just as cute as can be. So the next step is to just hand sew the seam in. Not a big deal. It's about 12 inches. And then I'm going to put a top seam with a little bit more of the chenille. It'll be so cute. I love how the baby blanket turned out. It is just super cute. It was super easy to make. Love the chenille. Flowers are so cute. How fuzzy. The sheep are adorable. I embroidered the bee. It was just super fun to make. Loved the double cotton gauze ruffle. That was so fun to make. I was waiting on a project to do that. And the final measurement for the ruffle was like about 2 1/4. That was the 6-inch strip, that was a 1/2 inch seam, and then it shrunk down to a 2 1/4 inches, and I think that's great. It just is super ruffly, and it's just did exactly what I wanted to do. I'm just super happy. Just love it.